Hey everyone, hope everyone is doing well. In this particular workout, I started out with some muscle snatches. This was a lighter workout, but with these, I'm still trying to push up the weight that I'm doing with them. The goal for me is to help make my bar path as efficient as possible when I'm doing these. The good side effect is working upon building strength. Obviously, if you're pressing the weight up and pulling it up, it's going to build some strength. But for me, I really want to try to solidify a efficient bar path, and I'm finding that is actually something that has been benefiting me. I mean, I've been progressing almost every week on my snatch on the max out day, so the stuff I'm doing during the week is seemingly helping, which is good. With the only thing that I would probably change with these is I think when I was getting up past my legs, I was getting away from kind of like my quads, because it shouldn't like grind against it, but it should kind of brush against it when it gets up to that point where it changes direction. That's second pull, I guess it would be called. When it gets to kind of like that hip area, I'm kind of far away and it's making it less efficient. But moving on to the next complex that I had, it was a clean and jerk complex. It was a change I made from the previous week or a couple weeks of training where it was clean separate and jerk separate, but I wanted to do them together. So I was doing it's a really weird 3 plus 2, or it was a 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. Essentially, it was 3 cleans and 3 jerks, and the cleans are different, and the 2 different kinds of jerks, so different kinds of jerks as well. The clean and jerk complex that I did for the day was a power clean, a hang clean below the knee, a hang clean above the knee, and then 2 pause jerks, and then a regular squat jerk or whatever, power jerk. And I actually found it was very difficult to do, not really strength-wise, but just focusing on the form, because I got very tired, and cardio-wise it became much more difficult. For me, the bigger issue is with doing the jerk and trying to make that a more efficient movement for myself, and that's just going to help my max go up. The more efficient that movement becomes, I'm just held back right now by it, and it's not even that it's horrible, it's just the weak chain in the lift. But I worked up to 195 pounds today with that lift, and I thought the lifts went generally well. The big thing that I want to improve upon is dipping a bit more when I'm doing the jerk, and doing so in a more consistent manner. When I was doing my max outs on Saturday, when I tried to do a 300 pound clean and jerk, I rushed the jerk where I didn't dip far enough, and I was I just dipped too quickly, so it just wasn't as efficient as it could be. And the ones here are pretty good. I still think I could dip just a little bit more, so that's something that I'm just playing around with each week. On this day, the next day I should say, I had more jerks, so doing more and more on this day is making the next day more difficult, but I still have been able to do all the sets and stuff, which has been really good. The one reason I'm not really worried about my clean in particular, I just have to fully get to the lockout and get my back vertical and use that when I'm doing the clean. Otherwise I get forward sometimes, but it's something that's actually very easy to fix, and I'm much more limited with quad strength than I am with anything related to my pull, because I pull very well. I have a very strong pull, which is a very nice quality to have. This is not something I really have to worry about. But the goal with doing these hang cleans today was to kind of work on that last little bit, because I have a tendency to mess up that and be early when I'm at the very top, that kind of the second pull of the clean. But I also wanted to kind of force myself to catch it lower when I'm doing the high hang clean, sometimes on this day. And I'm pretty sure on all of these. Let's watch this. So this was below the knee, and then I re-catch it. It was very difficult to re-catch the hook grip. But yeah, as you see there, I catch it in the full clean, which is something that I want to do a bit more, because it's something that will allow me to simulate a heavy clean and jerk. That is actually one of the problems I have with both the snatches and the clean and jerk, is that I'm able to do power snatches and power cleans at such a high percentage of my current max that once I have to dip under it for whether it's a snatch or a clean, then it becomes more difficult for me to do so, since the positioning is slightly different. And when you're doing a full lift, then you can't be early hardly at all, and with that I had a tendency to be a little bit early when I was doing the powers. But I'm getting better at that. My cleans are improving, which is good, because the easier they are, the more energy I have for the jerk. And on this particular day, it was like 3 sets of 3 of that. I we just want to call it a 3+3 complex, the 3 cleans of some sort, and then the 3 jerks of some sort. I will probably continue to push his weight up on this particular day just by small increments of like the 5 pounds and see how those lifts continue to go. Here you see my camera died. It just happens randomly. Yeah, I was doing so much and don't always pay attention to my battery, but as you see, my cleans are ridiculously easy. And this was a couple extra sets that I did because it was more so for the jerk that I wanted to practice a couple times. I believe the set that got cut off, I did just a hang of some sort. I forget, but that's about the extent of this workout. And yeah, so lighter day, shorter day, but had a lot of productive work in it. So I'll talk to you all in the next video. Hope you're all having a great day. Peace.